So because these are personalized stamps, they are made to order, and we actually press all of our own rubber here in Des Moines. So everything that you get from Tailored Expressions is locally made by our wonderful staff. They take great care in checking and creating your stamps. So I have here just some printouts of what the artwork offers, and I was going to show you some different options that you could choose to do. So one of the stamps we have is this beautiful snowflake. Now I should mention that all of these are sized to work on the back of cards and also on your envelopes if you wanted to use them as an envelope seal. So this one, you have the option of putting in your name. The handmade by stays as it is, so it will say handmade by, and then you can choose if you want your full name or just your first name, or you could put handmade by my cat, but that wouldn't be accurate. So anyway, you can decide what you want to put in there. We do have a character limit because actually it does look quite funny if you extend beyond the snowflake. It starts to look a little odd. I do have quite a long name. It is 17 characters, including the space, so that is our character limit for this one. Then we also have a matching address, return address stamp. So this one is sized to put up in the upper left of your envelope, and it includes 3 lines of text. Again, we have character limits on those just based on the sizing that's available for the envelope itself, and I believe it's 30 characters for each line, so that should be plenty for you to decide what you want in there. And if you have 2 really long, like Christopher and Elizabeth Vander blah 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 blah, then you might want to shorten to just your last name and family, or you could choose to say the Van Bruggens, or you could put John and Taylor Van Bruggen. So kind of up to you what you want to put on those 3 lines for your return address. And I'll show you here that the snowflakes in these 2 designs, they coordinate really well together. So you could put this one on the back of your card, and then you could put this one on your envelope, or you could put both of them on your envelope, this one as a seal and this one as a return address. So that's another option. Here's another one. This was meant kind of for the back flap of your envelope. I'll get it a little bit closer here so hopefully you can see. These are just multiple options. It includes the row of trees here, and then you have lots of choices. The with love from is the same, so you don't have the option to choose anything different to put there. You have 1 line of text that you can choose what you would like to personalize. So you could do with love from the Van Bruggens, with love from the Van Bruggen family, with love from John, Taylor, and the kids. So whatever you can come up with to fit in that 1 line of text with the character limit. Then we've got this guy, ho ho ho, from the craft room of. So those 2 lines will stay the way that they are, and then you can choose how to personalize that 3rd line, either your full name or just your first name, or however you choose to go by. You could even put maybe your handle if you have a shorter Instagram handle or Facebook page or Etsy group, something like that. As long as it fits within the character limit, we will do it for you. Oh, and I should mention, we have a really great resource on our website about how to pluralize your last name. So I know it gets confusing. If you are Jones, then it's the Joneses. There are no apostrophes. It is Joneses. So it gets a little bit confusing, but we have a great guide for you on how to know how to pluralize your last name. If you're going with from the Van Bruggens, see no apostrophe, just add the S. Depending on what your last name ends in, you either add S or ES. And we've got all that listed on our website with a really helpful graphic. So don't mess that up, please. Grammar please here. Okay, then we have this last one, and it's a little bit smaller. This is meant as an envelope seal, or you can even put it up at the top left of your, kind of like a return address. So if you already have a return address stamp, you could stamp this first and then your return address next to it. Kind of lots of different things you could do with this. Also the back of your card, or like I mentioned, the flap of your envelope. So the text on this one is limited to 1 character, and you could of course choose if you want that to be your first name or your last name. And the wreath on this one, I really love it because it looks like a beautiful wreath for a Christmas card, but it also reads spring to me. So it's something that you could maybe use beyond the holidays. All right, so those are the 5 different options to choose from with lots of different ways that you can personalize them.